Welcome back here once again, everybody. Now, just when you thought it's been been a 3 weeks, I haven't heard anything about Ezra Miller in a little while. No, here comes back again. Ezra Miller once again returns as the crazy that just keeps on giving, no matter what anybody says or what anybody does. Article from Bounding into Comics. Parents accuse the Flash star Ezra Miller of using cult-like tactics to groom their daughter beginning at the age of 12. The Flash star Ezra Miller has been legally ordered to cease all contact and stay away from a young woman after her parents requested a protective order against the actor on the grounds that they, and remember, Ezra Miller identifies as non-binary and transgender, so he identifies as they and them. Bloody stupid. Used a variety of cult-like behaviors to groom their daughter beginning at the age of 12. As per initial reporting from TMZ and a later expansion on the news by People, North Dakota's Standing Rock Sioux Reservation resident Chase Iron Eyes and his wife Sarah Jumping Eagle filed for the protective order against Miller with the Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court on June 7th out of concern for the safety of their now 18-year-old daughter, Tokata Iron Eyes. According to her parents' filing, Miller, who identifies as non-binary and also stupid, took an immediate and apparently innocent liking to Tokata upon their first meeting in 2016, at which time the actor was 23 years old and their daughter was only 12. From then, they alleged the two developed a friendship which saw the actor offer the young Tokata a variety of opportunities out of their own pocket. Such opportunities included flying a then 14-year-old Tokata to London and tour the studio where Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was filmed, and 2 years later even offering to pay for her early college attendance at Bard College in Simon's Rock, Massachusetts. The latter incident, of which Tokata parents claim Miller would later use against Tokata to create a sense of indebtedness. Why would you let your 14-year-old child travel to London to meet this man? I mean, from 12 years old, develop a friendship with you. Next thing you know, 14 years old, flying she out to London, agreeing to pay for offering to pay for her attendance to college. This sounds like grooming. Why as parents would you allow your 14-year-old daughter to go with this 20-something-year-old man, fly out to London with you? Come on now, man. Tokata's parents further claimed that as the pair's friendship continued, the actor provided their daughter with alcohol, here we go, LSD and marijuana throughout their teenage years, exhibiting what the couple described as a pattern of corrupting a minor. Well, if it's already starting to hear there, I'm guessing that this Tokata identifies in the same aspect as Miller. Though it's unclear whether Tokata accepted the actor's offer of monetary support for her schooling, the young Sioux tribe member eventually attended and subsequently dropped out of the Massachusetts private school in December 2021 and took up at least temporary residence with Miller in the aftermath. Shocking! Groomed and got to death. Flying out to pick up their daughter, Chase and Sarah assert that when they arrived at Miller's home, they found that not only was their daughter's arm covered in bruises, but Tokata was not in possession of her driver's license, bank cards, and keys, the lack of which they claim prevented Tokata from leaving of their own volition. So that song a little creepy and cult. Well, the whole thing is bloody creepy and cult-like when it comes to Miller. But this is not something you should be shocked about when it comes to Ezra Miller. Man went on a tirade in Hawaii, attacking people, you know, screaming at the people where he was staying that he would bury the man and his slut wife. You know, there was a whole video thing with him being police arrested him and he acting like a lunatic. I mean, come on now. Clearly there's something wrong with Ezra Miller. Why has nobody just gotten this man help or get him out of Hollywood completely? But no, he has the right politics, so Ezra Miller can get away with anything now. Chase and Sarah further claim that after 3 weeks detoxifying upon returning home, Tokata ran away to reunite with Miller in New York, subsequently traveling with him to Los Angeles and Hawaii. So he brought this girl along with him during his crazy tirade in Hawaii. Okay. Not only that, but they believe Tokata, who previously identified as non-binary, here we bloody go, queer, gay, now claims to be non-binary and transgender after being told that they were such by Miller. So he's trying to just pretty much gather people and have them, I keep saying, the more you do it, the more people you want to bring into the fold, the more insane this whole thing sounds. In requesting the protective order, the couple asserted that they were concerned for their daughter's safety and mental health, believing that Miller was employing cult-like and psychologically manipulative, controlling behavior towards Tokata and used violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over a young adolescent Tokata. Prior to TMZ's breaking of the story on June 8, Tokata responded to the filings on June 5th, taking to Instagram to share a statement to acknowledge the tragedy that is the narrative of the general public and the assumptions made on behalf by my family and friends regarding my stability and otherwise. I dropped out of bad 5 months ago. My friend and comrade William passed shortly thereafter. My mind was incredibly impacted and I've needed space and time for the processing of grief. My comrade Ezra Miller, for the entirety of the aforementioned era, has only provided loving support and invaluable protection throughout this period of loss. So what exactly are you expecting Tokata to say? I am in no way or under any circumstance have ever been during my short-lived adulthood in need of a conservativeship. Tokata continued. My father and his allegations hold no weight and are frankly transphobic. Of course, that's what you have to put out there. And based in the notion that I am somehow incapable of coherent thought or opposing opinions to those of my own kindred, worrying about my well-being. I am now aware of the severity of emotional and psychological manipulation I was made to endure while in my parents' home. This whole thing sounds very creepy. It's very, very creepy. The way this Tokata is saying it, the whole thing just sounds very, very creepy. I am an adult and I deserve to feel authority. Look, I ain't going through all of that nonsense, this bout of blatant betrayal and toxicity by my parents. Yeah, God forbid your parents are trying to look out for you. Ultimately, reports people a Standing Rock Sioux tribal court judge granted Chase and Sarah's request for the protective order, ordering Miller to refrain from contacting any member of their family and to stay at least 100 yards away from their residence. However, the court noted that they cannot locate or serve Miller with the order because the actor's location as well as Tokata's is currently unknown. You see, this is the kind of craziness you get out of Hollywood. This is the kind of disturbed behavior Ezra Miller does. You have been grooming this child since she was 12 to think like you, act like you, song like you, behave like you, all this thing. You use drugs, intimidation, all kind of psychological thing, till you have this that come out and saying, well, no, all this is toxic and thing and transphobia and all kind of nonsense. When is anybody going to put a stop to Ezra Miller's shit? That's what I want to know. When are we going to put a stop to it? When he's not attacking people, carrying on like a lunatic, now he's going after people's children. 18 years old, from since 12 years old, he's been doing this. I mean, and the parents have to take some blame. You had your 14-year-old daughter fly out to London to meet this man. Why? Hell no. He take an interest in her, good for that, but there is a line to be drawn. If he has a friendship with the child, okay, hi, hello, talk about it, but the other, so you drop by whenever, maybe Christmas or something, and it's up and thing for a little day, talk with the other friends with the family, okay. But you have your 14-year-old child flying out to London. The next thing you know, he taking the child passport and ID card and all kind of thing, supplying with alcohol, drugs. I mean, come on now. This is the height of crazy behavior. So you're gone on from attacking people to now trying to start your own little freaking cult. Ezra Miller I don't know, they just need to stop this thing with Ezra Miller, because there was this talk also about some relationship he was in with somebody. I don't know if this person was in a relationship but identifies as non-binary, whatever the hell it is. Also, we talk about all kind of how he was behaving with people, and think he assaulted them and all sort of stuff. I didn't care to get into that, but I mean, come on now, man. Come on, have some freaking decency now. What in God's name does Ezra Miller have to do for people to stop him anymore? Nothing. They took Johnny Depp out of the last Fantastic Beasts movie that bombed hard as hell, and you have this. This is disturbing, crazy behavior from a disturbed, crazy individual. That is what Ezra Miller is. That's what Ezra Miller needs to stop doing. He needs to stop pushing this madness and just let it end. It's insane. Bloody insane. Father, let me know in the comments what you think about this. If you shocked, disturbed, if you thought, well, let's know this is something pretty typical for Ezra Miller, fine. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.